Everyone in the house had already accepted it as fact. Atlas and Ghost did not get along. Atlas was the older one, a silver tabby Maine Coon, easily 20 pounds of muscle and fur, with amber eyes that never looked impressed by anything. He had claimed the top platform of the cat tree the day it arrived and had not voluntarily left it since. That was his throne, his kingdom, his alone. Ghost was different, younger, lighter, white as fresh snow with wide green eyes that still held something uncertain in them. He had arrived 8 months after Atlas, small and curious and completely unaware that he was already in trouble. The day Ghost arrived, he took 3 careful steps out of the carrier and froze. Atlas was watching from the top of the cat tree. He didn't hiss, he didn't move. He simply stared with that particular stillness that communicates very clearly that your presence has been noted and is not appreciated. Ghost looked up at him for a long moment. Then he looked away first. From day one, Atlas made the rules clear. The top platform was off limits. The window seat by the bedroom was off limits. The left side of the couch, the good sunny spot by the kitchen door, off limits, off limits, off limits. Ghost tested every boundary exactly once. Then he learned. He found his own corners, his own hours, and watched Atlas from a distance the way you watch someone who scares you a little. Not with fear exactly, but with a careful, quiet respect. The family assumed that was just how it would be. 2 cats, 2 separate lives under the same roof. Sarah had read that some cats simply never bonded, that personalities clashed the same way they did between people, so she stopped trying. She gave them their separate spaces, their separate routines. She thought she understood the situation completely. She was wrong. She just didn't know it yet. It started the night Sarah came home late from the hospital, not as a patient, as a visitor. Her mother had taken a fall, and Sarah had spent 6 hours in a waiting room before the doctor finally told her everything would be fine. She walked through the front door just past midnight, exhausted in a way that goes deeper than tired, and sat down on the couch without turning on a single light. She just sat there in the dark, with her coat still on, not quite ready to let the night be over. Atlas was already on the cat tree. He watched her from above, completely still. Ghost appeared from the hallway and jumped up beside her. He didn't meow, he didn't demand anything. He just settled against her side and stayed there, warm and quiet. She reached down and rested her hand on his back. He didn't move. She didn't think much of it. Ghost was always the warmer one. That was just who he was. But then something else happened. Something the camera caught 3 weeks later when Sarah's husband set it up because he couldn't shake the feeling that he was missing something. He had noticed things, small things. A toy moved from one room to another. Atlas appearing in doorways he almost never used. The 2 of them sitting closer than usual in the afternoon light, then drifting apart before anyone could remark on it. He set the camera up on a Wednesday night and didn't tell Sarah. He wanted to see it for himself first. The footage started at 2:14 a.m. The house was dark, completely quiet. Ghost appeared first, dropping down from the bedroom and moving through the hallway with that soft, careful walk cats have when they think no one is watching. He stopped at the base of the cat tree, looked up. Atlas was awake. He was always awake at this hour, it turned out. Ghost reached one paw up toward the platform. Just one. He didn't try to climb. He didn't push. He just reached. And Atlas looked down for him for a long moment. Then Atlas moved. Not away, not to block. He shifted to the side of the platform just enough to make room and lowered his head back down. Ghost climbed up. They lay there together for the rest of the night. Not touching, not playing, just 2 large silver cats sharing a platform that was supposed to belong to only one of them, breathing slowly, completely still. Sarah's husband watched the footage 4 times before he woke her up. She watched it once and started crying. Not because it was sad, because she had spent months assuming she understood the dynamic in her own home, and she had been completely wrong. The 2 animals she thought were barely coexisting had been doing something else entirely, every night in the dark while she slept.
They went back further through the recordings after that. Night after night, the same thing. Ghost reaching, Atlas making room. Together in the dark while the rest of the house slept. It had been happening for months. And then they found the earlier footage. The footage from the night Sarah came home from the hospital. Ghost had gone to her immediately. That part they already knew. What they didn't know was what happened after she fell asleep on the couch. Atlas had climbed down from the cat tree. Slowly, deliberately. He had walked across the room, stepped up onto the cushion on her other side, and settled there without a sound. Not touching her, not demanding anything, just present. The two cats had flanked her all night while she slept, one on each side, like they had planned it. Cats communicate in ways that take humans a long time to learn to read. The flattened ears that mean leave me alone. The slow blink that means I trust you. The way a cat turns its back to you not as dismissal, but as the highest compliment, because it means they feel safe enough not to watch the door. We apply human logic to creatures who solved emotional communication long before language existed, and we miss almost everything. What Atlas and Ghost had been doing had a name too. It's called covigilance. Two bonded cats taking turns watching over a shared space. One rests while the other stays alert, then they switch. It's something feral cats do in colonies, a behavior so deeply wired that it shows up even in the most domesticated animals when they sense that someone needs protecting. They hadn't been fighting, they hadn't even been tolerating each other.